Yes, I've got some good shit to tell you today, brothers and sisters. As I say, we're not gonna bullshit about it. We're gonna tell it just like it is.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? My first complete year of officially being on YouTube it's coming up in a couple of days, August 10th. But I've, kind of been on before. I had a different username and I forgot it. I don't even remember it. Where I watched a couple of videos and then after a while I decided to start making my own. So I've roughly been on here a year, but officially it won't be so till August 10th. And my brother actually asked me to do a refocused video just so people can know where I'm coming from, right? Because when I do my videos, I have a vision in my head, right? That kind of inspires me when I speak. Now, and there's an analogy that I'm going to use. I grew up with a different world mentality. If you don't know about a different world, YouTube it. I know BET was showing it a couple of months ago, but YouTube it. Watch at least 3 to 5 episodes. The show was pretty much about young black people, right, doing the right thing, embodying what we need to be doing, right? There was a couple of bumps in the road, but at the end of the day, it was about a black community where black men and black women got it, right? In terms of what was important, the whole idea of family, the whole idea of fellowship, the whole idea of education, the whole idea of morality, the whole idea of respecting your elders. That's what the show embodied, okay? I grew up with that. Now, apart from, my parents promoting education in my household, that show was the reason why I made it to college. It is what it is. That's why I get so adamant about what we see on TV. That show was what helped me get to college. And when I talk to most of my friends who are also in that, 24, 27 age range, we all remember that show. Very influential. Okay? That's how I grew up. That's what I want to see. That's my vision. And it's funny because now this newer generation has College Hill, right? A show that BET created. And the show was pretty much about young blacks in college living together, pretty much acting a fool, drinking, to the point where it's abusive and dangerous, having, wild sex, acting a fool, degrading each other, cussing each other out, fighting with each other, backstabbing each other, stealing from each other, deceiving each other. That's that show. So we literally have went from a different world to College Hill, right? And that show, College Hill, kind of represents my anger and my frustration. Like I said, if you're not familiar with a different world, all you need to do is really watch, I'll even say maybe 2 or 3 episodes to understand where I'm coming from and why I'm angry. Okay? Young black men and black women have changed. We have. I'll start off with the men because a lot of people think that I don't feel a certain way. I do actually. I'm actually a whole lot more critical on black men than women. I just choose not to talk about black men as much because we all know what's going on, and I like to stay calm, cool, and collected, to say the least. Right? Literally, black men have went from understanding that it was about the black family. It was about honoring, his elders, honoring his women, raising strong women, strong daughters and strong sons. Like, literally, we've left that whole idea of community and integrity in terms of what makes us happiness and complete. and we've been perverted into thinking that our manhood is based off of how we obtain money, whether it's illegally or legally, how we show our wealth, or not even wealth, how we show our material items on a day-to-day basis, how many women we can get with, sleep with, right, without getting caught, and I can keep going. But that's what black manhood has been about, right? Let me not, forget the whole mandingo, oversexed, out of control type sexual beast that we also embodied. So literally, that's what we've been perverted into. Okay? And, this affects us at all levels. A lot of the times, people think that I give a pass to those who are educated. No. Right? A lot of the times, my frustration and anger comes from other black men that I was around in college, in terms of their behavior and what they embody. So this affects us at all levels. As far as the women go, at one time they understood what a black man can do for them and what she can do for him in terms of community, building strength, building strong daughters, building strong sons, and keeping the community going. Right? That's what I remember. Working together. Right? We can keep it real with each other. There was no need for a facade. Right? There was no need to lie because we can both see past it. So I come from a time where, as a man, you felt comfortable being around black women because you can be yourself. You can laugh, joke, act a fool, and you weren't questioned. Your manhood wasn't looked at any differently. I just remember growing up around my older cousins, female cousins, and that's where I wanted to be. Safe environment, no need to front. But now I've seen the women get perverted into thinking that their quality is based off of some white title white America gives them in terms of their level of education, the amount of material items that they have around their body, the number of times they get good sex, during a month, and the list keeps going and going. Right, to the point now where, women, you feel like it's a badge of honor to, share stories about how they've been cheated on or how they got done dirty and this, that, and the third. So I've literally seen black women get perverted into that. And you can't blame me for feeling how I feel. Like, I refuse to, quote unquote, adapt to this new world, right? This new College Hill type world. I refuse to. Call me stubborn, but I'd rather die before I accept that. Right? So that's where I'm coming from. So in the process of me doing my videos, we're going to disagree, we're going to agree, we're going to feel differently, we're going to feel similar. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, understand where I'm coming from. Right? And if you really feel like where I'm trying to go is off basis, based off of you knowing where I'm from, then there is no need to communicate. There's no need to send me any video responses. There's no need to leave any comments. There's no need to leave me any personal messages. Right? If you can't understand where I'm coming from, it's okay to disagree. I don't have a problem with that, as long as we're communicating. So anyways, I thought I would do this video just so people can understand where I'm coming from and the vision that I have in the back of my head of taking young blacks, middle-aged blacks, back to that different world type of mentality. That's where I want to go. Call me a fool, call me crazy, but right, I know what works. So you guys take it easy. God bless.